Welcome back everybody to Stauffer Garage. On today's episode we're going to be deep cleaning this Ford Explorer. This thing has been completely kid trashed in the back, but all of the carpets are also extremely dirty, so we're going to be pulling out all of the seats and pulling out the center consoles, so that way we can get to every one of the stains with our extractor and make it look like new by the end of this video. I do want to say thank you guys for spending the time to watch these videos, be part of this channel. I know time is invaluable. We all have a ton of stuff going on with kids and family and work and everything else. So you guys taking the time to watch these videos and be part of this channel, it means the world to me. So I just want to say thank you guys for being subscribers. Now before we get into this detail, I want to make sure you guys head over to foxclean.com after this video to make sure you pick up your set of detailing brushes, because I'm giving away one blue and one gray microfiber towel with every single purchase for Labor Day weekend, and this special is only going to last till September 8th, so make sure you guys head on over there, pick up your detailing brushes, get your 2 free microfiber towels, so that way you guys can elevate your detailing game. Now, if you want to start detailing for money, if you want to start your own business, whether you're doing it for friends and family on the side, or you have a pre-existing business, one thing that I recommend that you look at doing is, if you have an OBD scanner, scan the codes of the car. It kind of gives you an idea of what you're going into when you first get it. It checks to see if there's any fault codes or anything that's pre-existing, so that way when you give the car back to the owner, it doesn't have new things or things that they say you caused, so that way you have some sort of history. But also, if you find some sort of fault code for, say it's a TPMS light, so for their sensors in their tires for air pressures, you can let them know as an extra bonus that, hey, this is something that I found, you might want to get looked at. I can't fix it for you, but get it checked out sooner than later, so that way you don't run into any super big issues later on. Now I want you guys to comment below and let me know if you want to see a more specific video on how I care for my different tools and things that I use in my detailing videos, on how I take care of my vacuums, how I clean my brushes, how I clean my microfiber towels. If there's any specific topics related to those things or any other topics you guys want to see on Wednesday special videos, let me know in the comments below, so that way I can make sure you guys get to see that content. Now you guys can see from this vacuuming shot that the reason why I like to remove the front seat in particular is you can see that this center console piece, all of the drip marks going down the side. So you can tell that the original owner had spilt a lot of different stuff down this thing, and if I didn't remove the seats, I probably wouldn't have been able to get to, one, the stains on the carpet, but also the center console itself would have been a lot harder to clean. So for me, that is the main reason why I like to remove the seats. It gives me more working room. It allows me to deep clean all of the carpets and get them all extracted as well. And it makes me feel like I give a much more thorough clean for the customer. Now for all the carpets in the car, including the floor mats, I'm using my pet detailing brush to remove all of the different dog hair, any of the loose carpet fibers first, before I spray my Chemical Guys All Clean onto the carpet that is diluted to a 10-to-1 ratio with water. as my medium for kind of agitating the carpets itself, getting all that dirt moving around before I use my extractor, which is just using plain old hot water. Now, one thing that I've kind of realized over time is all of the different carpet cleaning solutions out there have their benefits and their abilities to clean certain things better than others. And I have 4 different ones that I like to kind of rotate around and try with, but for this one, just using the all-purpose cleaner is actually just as good sometimes as a carpet cleaning solution. Any of the dirt and grime and some of the oils that get on your shoes and get on these fibers, the all-purpose cleaner does a really good job of handling that as well. Whereas, a standard carpet cleaner solution might not be more specific to oil, it might be more specific to other different types of stains. And if you guys want to know about the products that I use in all of my detailing videos, I always have my Amazon links listed in the description box below, along with all of my Fox Clean links to all the different products that I supply there as well. One thing I recommend, whether you have a Sandia extractor like I have, or a higher end one, or even like a Mean Green machine or one of the tinier handheld units, is do a forward pass with your sprayer. So you spray injecting water onto it first as you're sucking up just foam, and then you pull back on it as well with water injecting. So that way you have almost like a double pass of rinsing and then extraction. So that way you can make sure that the carpet is, one, saturated enough to extract all of the dirt that you agitated in the drill brush phase, and that way you also make sure it's a more sufficient clean. Now, if any of you guys have detailing extractors or hire on extractors or even know of any of them, let me know in the comments below which ones you recommend. I feel like for me, the Sandia one works extremely well, but for some of these extensive jobs that I do, I feel like I've kind of tapped out my capabilities with it, and I feel like a higher suction power and a higher injection PSI might be something I need to look for that helps me get these clean faster, because the extraction phase is probably the longest period of time that I have in a detail. So if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. In this rear seat area, you can kind of see how much of the dirty water I'm pulling out with the extractor, and you'll see it in the actual pour of the extractor water. But if I didn't remove that little center console container with the cup holders, I would have never been able to get it as sufficiently clean as I can here with removing it. And it was literally 2 8mm bolts in the front and 2 in the back. If you're ever looking to do something like this on your car, all of your components in your car can pretty much be broken down for the most part on the interior with just basic tools. Now, a question I get is how long do some of these details take for me? And for this one in particular, this detail took me about a total of 6 hours to do the full interior from start to finish. So for me, I actually asked the customer, drop it off the night before, I keep it a full day, and then I drop it off the next morning. The main reason is, one, it gives me the extra time if I run into an extensive amount of stains I need to get taken care of, or maggots, for instance. It allows me also to let the car sit overnight with a blower fan, so that way when it does go back to the customer, the car is dry, it's ready to go, and they can enjoy it without having to worry about any wet seats. Now for all the interior panels in the car, I use my Chemical Guys All Clean that's diluted 10:1, spraying down all those panels, my detailing brushes to move all that dirt off the surface before using my plush microfiber towels to wipe it all clean. Now, one common question I get all the time is, do I get any SRS lights or any sort of check engine lights when I remove the seats from the car? And for me personally, I typically don't get any at all. It's usually like 1 out of 10 that I'll get it. And it's because I didn't connect the connector all the way, or I powered up the car before I connected the seats in the vehicle. Now, as you guys can tell from this before and after shots, how well this car turned out from the very beginning. And one little thing that I'm kind of adding to my details is these carpet lines. And to be honest, I think the trunk was probably my favorite part, kind of creating this design as a little extra touch for the end customer to see just how much detail was put into this car. And if you guys haven't been over to Fox Clean yet, head on over there now, check out the Labor Day special, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.